Hey, welcome back everybody to Adventures in Digital Marketing. My name is Rob and I am your host, and this is my daily show where I'm coming in here talking about all things digital marketing, web development, web design, and how to do business better online. That's the whole idea here, at least. So anyway, if we haven't met before, that's who I am. I want to make sure you guys are being able to put the face to a name and hear my voice and get to know me. And hopefully I'll be able to get to know you guys more as y'all leave comments and whatnot. Today is day 2 in my new office, and it's pretty awesome. Yesterday was a much better day. I don't know about you, but since quarantine started, I've been working from home, and I was working on my old desk, which was a regular, just flat desk that can't move. And but this one is from my office, and it goes up and down, which is very cool. So anyway, it's a big deal to me. May not be a big deal to you, but it makes my back much happier because I tend to get really dialed in and focused on doing stuff and getting stuff done. And so when I'm doing this, I tend to get up and down and move around a bit. So today we're going to talk about dream customer fails, and it really comes from something that I saw earlier this morning. And here's the idea. When you are creating content and stuff like that, you got to be in front of the right audience. And the reason I'm telling you this story is I saw a post. So as many of you guys know, I'm a Florida State alum. I graduated from Florida State in 2000, and I'm a big fan of not only Florida State football, but basketball and baseball and softball as well. So I love Florida State sports. We're supporters, and we love to be involved with that. And one of the things that we do, Stefan, hey, how's it going there? But one of the things that I love to do there is I'm a member of a site where I can catch up on, like right now, spring football is in full swing, and I read the daily practice reports and whatnot. And there's a member forum there where other Seminoles can come in and, discuss. It's really not all that different than Facebook and a lot of the ways that groups work and stuff like that. But I've been a member of this site for way, 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 way too long. And this morning I went on there and I saw this post, and their username was like really bizarre. And I'm like, what is this? And it's the second time I've seen this in the last month or so. And so I opened the thread and I started looking at the post, and it's just blatant pitch. It's just all pitch. And this one happened to be about, what was it? It was franchise opportunities. And I'm like, why are we talking about franchise opportunities on a Florida State message board? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And so I started looking at it, and as the internet tends to be, people tend to be a little spicy, and people were trolling him, and I thought it was kind of funny. And my only comment was, this is a tremendous fail on figuring out who your dream customer is. And basically what had happened is the site owner has started selling advertising, and and this person was advertising directly on the forums with this big long form post. In the digital marketing world, we would call it a triple V post. That you would commonly see on Facebook. And I'm like, man, this guy, I don't know what he's paying. I don't know if it's a big deal or not, but it's really crazy to think that this person is paying to spend this money to make this kind of post to this audience. And I get that there's probably a Seminole connection there. Like, he's probably a Florida State grad too. So he wants to connect and get his business in front of other Seminoles. But the whole tenor of the post was wrong. It was just all about like entrepreneurship facts and franchising facts and stuff like that. And I'm like, this just doesn't make any sense whatsoever for your dream audience. And the other part of it was too, is there was something similar, another advertisement that ran last month for a mortgage broker. And I'm like, why are these people coming into a Florida State messaging a message board and posting about these things that, maybe 1 in 1,000 people might be interested in? They just so happen to be shopping for a mortgage or something like that, or be interested in getting a franchise and starting their own business. But it just made zero sense to me. And so the reason I wanted to bring that up is, a lot of times when it comes to us, when we're in this digital marketing world, we are not doing a great job of getting in front of our dream customers. And it takes some thought, it takes some repetition, it takes some experimentation. I'm working on a new post right now about this for my blog, but you've got to figure out what your dream customer is struggling with, and then start speaking their language. Don't just go cold blast people with your value post about, interesting topics about entrepreneurship or something like that when it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. If I was doing that post, I would have done something that would have related it to Florida State football, and maybe how some of the Florida State football alums have created great businesses in their days after they're playing, right? And here in Tallahassee, as an example, Peter Boulware, who was an All-American at Florida State, has a car dealership here. And Roberto Aguayo and his brother have a kicking academy. They were both very successful place kickers here. Excuse me. But those kinds of things, you've got to figure out a way to tailor your message so that it makes sense when you're talking to your target audience. It was totally, just a cold pitch and the totally wrong thing to do. So when you're thinking about your dream customer, you got to figure out where they're coming from, what is going on inside their minds. This is the most important thing, right? You have to enter into the conversations that they're already having in their own minds. When I was on War Chant or this morning and was looking at this post, I'm like, my mind, I want to read about what the practice report is from yesterday, because evidently we had a scrimmage on Saturday and it didn't really go very well. So I wanted to read about that. If you can figure out how to craft your content so that there's a bridge between what you want to say and what your dream customers are looking for, it's going to make all the difference in the world. So when you're targeting your dream customer, figure out where they're hanging out. They're not going to be hanging out on a Florida State message board. They're not going to be hanging out in places that don't make any sense. You've got to figure out where they're hanging out. Where are they already congregating together? What questions are they having? What are they struggling with? And then you create your content to match up with those things. So hopefully that makes sense. And like I said, it was just something that jumped into my mind as soon as I saw that post this morning, that I wanted to talk about this, because this is also a message that I'm preaching to myself. I'm always telling myself, these are the things that I need to be doing with my content. So I'm making sure that I'm getting in front of the right people with the right messaging. And it's been really successful. My inbox has been blowing up lately with people reaching out for wanting to get together, to work together, build funnels together, build websites together, all that sort of stuff. So I think that some of this stuff is working. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Make sure that you know where your dream customer is hanging out. Make sure that your messaging is on point. Make sure that you're bridging where you're hanging out with those people in an appropriate way to your content, if you're going to be like that guy on the Florida State message board from this morning. So you guys have a fantastic day. If you got questions, thoughts, feedback, any of that stuff, I really want to hear from you. Let me know what's going on, what you're struggling with. I want to talk. Let's talk about this stuff. We're here to help each other. We're here to help each other take the next step in our business. So hopefully something you hear here may help you. And, like I said, your guys, the questions that I get from you guys help me as well. So have a fantastic day, everyone. You guys take care. Bye.